Hello, Daz Studio enthusiasts. This is Not From This World, and I want to welcome you to my tutorial series. Now, it is Tuesday, so today will be a Daz Studio challenge day. And I've been kind of busy the last couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to look into Daz a whole lot. But I have noticed from a lot of your comments that there will be a new Daz Studio that's supposed to come out this year. It's called Daz Studio 2025. We are currently into Daz Studio 4.23 or 4, depending on what you use. But it looks like they're preparing to release a new Daz Studio. Now, this new Daz 2025 is already released in an alpha form. And so it looks like they're doing a lot of troubleshooting, and they've released it so you can kind of see some of the things that are going on. But I thought it would be interesting to kind of get your perspective on this, because I haven't done a whole lot of research. And in fact, I didn't even know about Daz 2025 until I was reading some of your comments. And so I just want to know what you think about it. And so I opened up the Daz Studio webpage, and you can find it right here. It's just called Daz Studio 2025 Alpha. And they kind of go through some various things. What's kind of interesting is the what's new in the alpha release. So they've kind of have a list of things that they are saying they're improving on. So, for example, it says core infrastructure enhancements that deliver a smoother, more refined interactive experience. I think that would be a good thing. It's always kind of a pain. The interface can be troublesome in Daz Studio. It says that they're going to have a faster asset loading, about 3.5 times. And they have made improvements on their Genesis 9 content so that Daz works more smoothly with Genesis 9. I know that's been an issue for a lot of people. It says they completely rebuilt the viewport architecture that utilizes modern graphic libraries. So they're using OpenGL 4.1. It says they completely rebuilt draw styles that offer better out-of-the-box visuals. That'll be interesting to kind of look at. It says they have wireframe drawing that's now available as an option in NVIDIA iRay, and the draw style with filament. I haven't used the filament draw style yet. I know there's that push for cartoons, late last year they came out with that. I don't know. I haven't really used that yet. I need to kind of play with it. I just stick with the characters that I have, the realism. But it'll be interesting to kind of look at filament in a little more detail perhaps later. I should get good at it. It also says there's a new texture loading indication that enhances the usability of Daz Studio by providing a more obvious visual feedback during loading. That should be interesting to see. It says it reduces the amount of time between loading assets. It also says there's new customization options for selection, highlighting, and easier scene management, especially in large or complex projects. So that will be good if they can improve that. I know, the whole slowing down of things is such a hassle. It also says there's compatibility and hardware improvements. So that Filatune shader is going to be improved on, it looks like. It's going to support the NVIDIA 5000 series graphics cards, which is going to be interesting because I know that right now they don't work with Daz Studio, so they've fixed that. I won't ever probably get a 5000 graphics card series just because my motherboard is pretty limited to this new 4070 that I got last month. Then it says that there's going to be an improvement in the support of new scripting engine that expands the capabilities of the scripts you can write in Daz Studio. I don't write scripts, but if you have any feedback on that, that'd be awesome. It also says that we have a strand-based hair editor, so you can update strand-based hair. It's no longer limited, it says, to a model dialog. I have to admit I haven't really done that either. I mean, I use strand-based hair, but I don't create it, so that could be interesting. So then down below it says how you can get the alpha, and you have to go to your Daz install manager, and they give you some directions to install it. From what I've read, you can install it separate from Daz Studio 4.23. So it says under that note, it says the Studio 2025 alpha release is only available through Install Manager and consists of its own unique set. So if we go to Daz Install Manager, I need to update to Daz 4.24, and I don't think this is going to be a problem, so I'm going to go ahead and update it. But what you're going to do is you're going to find Daz Studio 2025 Alpha under the products. So I click on it and then you can see it's right there. Now I have a little bit of an issue with this because I don't want to mess up my current Daz 4.24, and I know that it's supposed to be separate, but I don't have the time to really mess around with losing Daz Studio. I've got a lot of projects going on. I have commissions. I have comics that I have to make. And so I'm a little bit concerned about just downloading this. I also want to download it onto my E drive. And so any tips you might have for that, I would be grateful for. So I don't know. What do you think about this new alpha build? It seems like it could be good, but I'm not exactly sure what I should do with this at this moment. One of the big issues I keep thinking of is I hope it doesn't change a whole lot, because then it just ruins my YouTube page. If I have to make a bunch of new videos with this new Daz 2025, what am I going to do with all of these videos where I'm showing you how to do things? So I don't imagine that it'll be a major change, but I'm just hoping it doesn't make things obsolete for a lot of the assets, props, and techniques that I've given you advice over the last 2.5 years. So I don't know. I'm just curious what you have to say about this. So hit me up, give me some comments, tell me what you think about Daz Studio 2025. Let me know, and let's have a conversation about what you think the future holds. I'm really curious and am very hopeful that this will be a good update. I'm always very reluctant to update things unless I know there's no bugs. So just having it in the alpha form really limits what I think is good. But what do you think? Do you think I should give it a try? Download Daz 2025 in this alpha version? How can I get it on my E drive without messing up 4.24? Things like that. I'd love to have a conversation about all of this with my community, because that's what we're here for. We're here to be a good community and to help each other. And I got to be honest, I need the help right now. I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not, and I am very reluctant to jump on board right away because I'm very comfortable with the current Daz Studio. But anyway, I'm going to get Milika rendered up here. She's looking pretty cute in her backyard. And so this will do it for my Tuesday video. And until Friday, happy rendering. And please, let's have a nice discussion about this. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. All right, until next time, take care and happy rendering.